Hello and welcome to Marketing Edge on TV, Nigeria's leading initiative in the business of brand management and management of brand business. A 30-minute show that features brand news, branding focus, industry interviews, and more. All in the mix to promote the brand idea home and abroad. Welcome. MTN Nigeria, the country's largest telecoms operator, has been granted a super agent license, which allows it to set up an agent network through which it can provide financial services. It's the first step in MTN's plans to finalize or finally roll out mobile money service in Africa's largest economy. As the company says, it has also applied for a payment service bank license, which will allow it to offer a broader and deeper range of financial services. The license comes after reforms by Nigeria's central bank last October, permitting telecoms operators to get mobile money and banking licenses in a bid to boost financial inclusion and facilitate the long-held ambition for a cashless society. Nigeria remains an attractive prospect given the success of the mobile money services in other parts of the continent. As part of its ongoing investments to propel its television and radio stations to market-leading positions, Nigeria's leading independent broadcasting company, TVC Communications, owners of TVC Entertainment, TVC News, Max FM, Lagos and Abuja, and Adabar FM recently announced the launch of its corporate website available at www.tvccommunications.tv, designed to work effortlessly across all digital platforms. The new website features easy-to-navigate pages, streamlined menus, and a responsive layout, providing a seamless user experience with all the information the public needs to know about TVC Communications, its brands, services, and other commercial activities. According to the Chief Executive Officer at TVC Communications, Andrew Hanlon, the new corporate website is coming at a time when the company is evolving its service offerings and expanding its reach. It is one of the platforms that the company will be using to promote its businesses and provide a window to the world for the TVC Group. Max 102.3 FM, a member of the TVC Communications Group, has won the Innovative Young Radio Station of the Year award at the annual Marketing Edge Brands and Advertising Excellence Awards. The event, organized by Marketing Edge magazine, a foremost brand and marketing publication, celebrates the best innovative minds and corporate organizations in the integrated marketing communications industry in Nigeria. This year's edition had the theme, Storytelling in the Contemporary Brand Building, Convergence of Creativity and Technology. Publisher and Chief Executive Officer, Marketing Edge magazine, John Ajayi, described the awards as significant event in the marketing industry, as it was dedicated to the recognition of excellence and creativity. Speaking on the achievements, TVC Communications Chief Executive Officer Andrew Hanlon says it is a well-deserved recognition of the efforts and progress the company is making in delivering the best hit music, highest quality sound with most talented on-air personalities. The Advertisers Practitioners Council of Nigeria is working out a collaborative arrangement with authorities of the Lagos Govt in a renewed bid aimed at fighting illegal exposure of unwholesome advertisement across the Nigerian space. Acting Registrar of the Council, Ijedi Yoha, says APCON notes with disgust a repulsive viral video of semi-nude ladies in a see-through mobile advertisement truck circulating on social media. The offensive mobile advertisement for a yet-to-be-identified product or service was supposedly exposed and driven along Lagos Ekpe Expressway in Lagos. She added that the agency, Provisions Media Limited, which is said to be behind the mobile truck advertisement, was not duly registered with APCON or a registered practitioner of advertising. The Group Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of SO&U Limited, Udeme Ufot, has advised marketers and organizational leaders on the need to give prime place to healthy ethical behaviors if they were to drive positive growth in their businesses. Addressing a convergence of marketing professionals and business leaders who gathered for the second-term investiture of Tony Agramomen as President and Chairman of Council at the National Institute of Marketing of Nigeria in Lagos, Udeme noted that lack of healthy ethical considerations constituted a serious bane in the quest by major businesses to attain the much desired growth and development. Mr. Odom observed that most Nigerian businesses are affected by turbulent headwinds that challenge their daily existence and their sense of moral values. Procter & Gamble has slashed its annual advertising expense by $350 million to $6.75 billion. It is the third year in a row that the consumer goods giant has cut its global ad spend in a move that could threaten its status as the world's biggest advertiser. P&G, the owners of brands such as Always, Gillette, Pampers, and Pantene, has said in its annual report for the year to June 2019 that it reduced marketing spend in all 5 of its key business segments: beauty, grooming, healthcare, fabric and home care, and baby, feminine, and family care. The company began a group-wide efficiency drive in 2012 and focused particularly on agency fees 2 years ago as it battled weak revenue growth and the rise of direct-to-consumers rivals. Vodafone Group has picked Anomaly as a strategic and creative agency partner for the brand globally following a competitive pitch. Anomaly, whose roster of clients globally includes Facebook, Google, IKEA, Unilever, and YouTube, will provide strategic and creative insights for Vodafone global campaigns and initiatives. The business will be run out of Anomaly's London office. The agency will also support Vodafone's commitment to develop digital societies, improve inclusion in technology, and reduce its environmental impact. Partner and Chief Executive at Anomaly London, Camilla Harrison, said the company is excited to be partnering with Vodafone, which not only had the vision and ambition of future-facing technology company, but also a genuine commitment to harness its extraordinary skill to create a meaningful, positive difference to the future. Despite aggressive media transparency drives from some of the biggest players in the space, some 60% of FMCG brands' digital marketing spend is wasted, resulting in annual losses of close to $50 billion for the industry. According to a study from global consulting firm AlixPartners, which asked 1,110 decision makers from unnamed FMCG companies across the UK, US, China, India, and key European markets to rate the organization's digital proficiency. Exits are seeing low ROI, that's return on investment, when it comes to online investments. AlixPartners found that FMCG ad spend in 2018 was $242 billion, of which pure play digital ads on the likes of Facebook and Google accounted for $60 billion. It states that half of that digital and ad spend reported by X's posted either a negative return or on that wasn't even measured. Next is brand in focus. The risk faced by creative agencies that tie founders and owners' life and personality to their business are enormous. Whenever a founder happens to be the only vital force and oxygen of the agency, chances are that the moment he or she grows old or ceases to be, the business naturally collapses and dies. Now, where has this trend been witnessed time and again than in Nigeria, particularly in the integrated marketing communication sector? Many agencies solely seem to thrive on collecting a retainer or flaunting multinational clients on their corporate credentials. Little or no attempts are made at investment and commitment to the culture and legacy of the business, that just in case the founder ceases to be. A few decades ago, Nigeria's IMC's landscape was creatively hegemonized by agencies such as Lowell Linters, Giant Advertising Limited, OBM Promoserve Limited, Campaign Palace Hunters, Publicity Ogilvy, and Martha Down Functions, MCNA, and several others. Sadly today, their corporate existence and creative radiance have been eclipsed by the passage of time. Market intelligence reveals that myriads of issues such as selfishness, succession strategy, disloyal employees, poor business culture, and models, including a myopic attitude, particularly on the part of the founders, contributed in no small measure to the collapse of these agencies. Industry experts and analysts view the problem from a multifaceted lens. Now, while failed business owners are held accountable for building their businesses around themselves and their families, young Nigerian professionals who are in a hurry to become their own bosses blame employees' disloyalty.
This used to be me. But that was before I got the perfect bag. It's handy and easy to use. All I need in one compact space, just like my MTN Extra Value plan. I used to get one plan for my calls and then try to remember which data plan worked for me. Roaming was a totally different ballgame. Not anymore. I've got the MTN Extra Value all-in-one plan. If you're a data buff like me, you get extra data with some talk time. And if you like to make calls, you get extra talk time with some data. And when I'm abroad, I automatically browse, chat, and call right on the same plan. MTN Extra Value was made just for me.
More of data or calls, whichever one you prefer, MTN Extra Value is made just for you.
Next is the interview segment on Marketing Edge. Mr. John Eyigwese is the Managing Director, Mediacraft Associate. Is our guest today. Thank you very much for joining us on this segment of Marketing Edge on TV. I have the Group Chief Executive Officer of Mediacraft Associates, Mr. John Eyigwese is here, and we're going to be talking more about the PR sector and what's been happening, contribution to GDP, a lot. Just stay and enjoy. Thank you very much for joining us, sir. I'm going to start now. How would you assess public relations practice in this contemporary age, talking about digitalization? What's your assessment?
Well, digitalization, as you put it, has actually disrupted significantly PR practice. And the paradigm has changed from the point of view of the media of communication, from the point of view of audience behavior, from the point of view of messaging, the tools, the channels. There's been a significant disruption in the whole process. But at the end of the day, the end game is still the same, which is to build relationships, to manage stakeholders, to build also reputations, to achieve, great relations with your stakeholders. You must say the end game. The tools and the channels have changed, but PR is still PR.
But let's now assess professionalism in that field. What's your assessment of that?
Well, it could be better. It could be better. I think that one of the challenges we have is that the level of professionalism is not as high as it should be. But it's getting better. I think that aggregately there is progress in the trajectory of professional PR practice, in this country.
There are challenges facing public relations profession. How are we there? Are we trying to tackle this?
There are challenges. I'll put them in two groups. There are the environmental challenges that have to do with the environment in which you operate. For example, we all know what the issues are with infrastructure deficit in the country, access to finance, and all this data. And of course, you also know that our fortunes are highly dependent on the fortunes, on the broader fortunes of the wider economy. When the economy is doing well, we get business. When the economy takes a dip, we suffer. So these are environmental issues. But in terms of specific challenges with regard to the industry, we have issues of regulation. There's a regulatory environment which could be better. There is a problem of capacity, that's an issue, and some of the major ones. And these guys are the major challenges.
Professional industry experts should play a role in trying to check all of this. How well are they trying to do this?
But we don't have a choice. We're doing the best we can at different levels. As you might know, the Nigerian State Public Relations, the regulatory agency, and they're making a lot of efforts to improve on the quality of practice generally. So there's an ongoing effort at self-regulation, and also from the point of view of NIPR. It's work in progress.
Now we need to look at the potentials of this market to actually make the profession profitable. How are you looking at this?
That's interesting. Profitable. That's key. Well, there are opportunities. There are opportunities in the private sector, in the corporate world, obviously, because corporations need to manage their reputations, you know.